Hey everyone, it's Earth1111. I'm Roxanne. I want to talk today about why you're not shifting out of your ascension symptoms. So we just went through a massive shift. You're probably feeling the purge right now. It's not a fun stage, but it's a necessary stage that we have to go through to recode our DNA to allow for oversoul embodiment. So typically with ascension, we feel bad and then we get better temporarily, and then we go through another purge stage and feel better, and so on and so on. So if you're not feeling better ever, there's a multitude of reasons, like a checklist that you can go through to realize, this is the reason why I'm not shifting out of this density. So there's three categories I'll be talking about. The first is your toxicity level, so your body. Now, there's so many different reasons why, of course, we have toxicity in our systems. Of course, we live a life. Earth is completely based on everything put in our food, medications, pesticides, GMOs, water that's not pure. So we live an entire lifestyle. Everyone in the world is subject to a lot of chemicals that we're constantly ingesting. We're breathing in from the air. It's non-stop. And if you are continuing, say for example, a bad habit like smoking, drinking, taking medication that masks the symptoms of the reason, the root of why you're not feeling better, then this could be a cause. So that's number one. Of course, no one wants to change their habits. No one wants to get off those happy drugs or start eating pure. But it really has to be the basis of you feeling better. You have to really think about every single thing that you do that contributes to not feeling good. And again, this could be emotional, it could be physical, it could be a physical ailment, it could be a depression. So all the different ascension symptoms. I have a whole video on ascension symptoms. So please watch that video as well after this if you're unsure about what ascension symptoms are, because I talk about so many different ones. And I will be talking about in a 10-part series or so of all different types of ascension symptoms that people are going through, and explaining things like what happens with your eyes, what happens with circulation, vertigo, your spine, ears, all these different parts of the body, and really hard ascension symptoms that we go through. So I'll be doing a whole series of those, so please subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already. Okay, so as far as toxicity goes, it's so easy when we're feeling bad to just grab the easy thing, grab a Tylenol, grab that medication, that pill, that drink, that joint, to make us feel better temporarily. But we need to really get down to the root of why you're not feeling good. And a lot of people, again, we live in a toxic environment where we need to be constantly detoxing all of the stuff that we are constantly consuming. So that could be the number one reason why you're not feeling better. So again, it could be any multitude of toxicity you have in your system. That's what ascension is about. It's about purging away anything that is not pure, so you can align everything into 0 point to ascend to oversoul embodiment. Again, I'll explain that in another video. But really, you really have to be thinking hard about what your habits are, what you're consuming. Food, major. Are you eating food from a typical grocery store? Are you eating pesticide-filled veggies or fruit? Are you eating a lot of treats, right? Again, when we're not feeling good, we tend to grab those treats that we want. But then that continues the feelings of not feeling good, of feeling sick, of having body issues. You can have literally all disease and illness is caused from energy. So when we talk about ascension and ascension symptoms, it's energy. So it's every single thing. Not an easy thing to change, but that's number one, and that's a basis for everything. So try to cut out as much of the artificial stuff, the GMO, the pesticide, vegetables, fruits. Again, if you're living in a winter climate right now, which I am as well, in Canada, it's not easy to be finding good food right now. And this is typically why so many people get sick and don't feel well during wintertime. We also have a lack of sun. So make sure you're also getting enough supplements. Again, I don't think you need a lot of supplements if you're eating pure and we have a lot of sunshine, but we do really need to be supplementing ourselves with things like vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B, A, E. Minerals are a huge thing as well. So if you can buy some of those things from a health food store, and we can really help get rid of these toxins as well by supplementing with maybe a heavy metal cleanse capsule, a detox kit. Again, this is not going to detox your system without changing your diet, but it will help with get rid of a lot of that extra pesticides and heavy metals and aluminum and things in your system that are literally making you sick and are causing every bit of illness and disease in the world. So there's a few suggestions as far as the toxicity in your body. Now, number 2 is environmental conditions and people. So because we live in an energetic system, we are energy beings. Especially when we start ascending, you will become more and more energetic and less physical body feeling, experience. So we really need to be analyzing everyone and everything that we come in contact with. Our environment, is our environment making us feel unsafe, making us feel sick? Maybe we have mold growing in our house. Maybe we don't have fresh air because we live in a city. Maybe the people that we live with, a relationship partner or a roommate, is constantly negative. So you pick up on energies as far as emotions, thoughts. Everything counts with ascension, and everything will add to your feeling of discomfort. So please start paying attention to the people that you allow around yourself, especially in your home. So does your partner or does the people in your home, do they have very chemical-filled jobs, very stressful, negative jobs? Do they watch a lot of negative TV or music? So we got to think about every single thing. Are people in your environment positive? Are they helping you to feel better, or are they making you feel worse? So again, something to just constantly pay attention to. Start even writing down in a journal. Okay, today this happened, I feel like this. This happened, I feel better. So start taking notes, and you'll start realizing, okay, this is making me feel worse, and this is making me feel better. So you start moving towards those people, places, things that make you feel better, and moving away from the people that are toxic. So this could be emotions. It could be, like I said, the person might be eating terribly. They might be a smoker. They might be a drinker. Every single thing that a person in your environment is consuming or is doing affects you. Especially as we start ascending, we become like so sensitive to everything. An empath is an understatement. Become like ridiculously sensitive to every single thing. Energy, chemicals, emotions, thoughts. Everything in our environment counts. So really start paying attention, and you can start figuring out, this is the source of why I'm not feeling better. And again, it could be in your environment. Are you paying attention to things like all the conspiracy theories, all the negative stuff? Maybe you're watching the news and all you hear is pandemic this and pandemic that. So we really need to pay attention to what we're doing. What are we doing on a constant basis, and how are we feeling because of that? So pay attention to everything. Like I said, start making notes and you'll start seeing a pattern. So really, we need to be removing things from our life that are not supporting us right now. Routines, habits, people, places. You might be living in a city that is constantly making you feel negative, maybe making you feel sick. So we really need to be starting to pay attention so we can start making choices that help us to feel safe, to feel positive, and to move through these ascension symptoms as fast as we can. Again, more symptoms will come up because healing is a spiral. It's never you heal something, it's gone. You're going to do massive amounts of healing and you're going to feel better temporarily. Could be for days, weeks, months. And then that same thing's going to come back into your life, that same issue, that same health problem, and you're going to be back to square one. You're going to feel like, I didn't, what's going on? I can't feel better. I thought I healed this. It's because healing, like everything, is a spiral. We get to a deeper layer of something that's affecting us, a deeper layer of a trauma, a deeper layer, and it comes up again, and it might be even more expansive than the first time that we thought we healed it. So that's also a big thing. So again, pay attention to everything in your environment, and including your own habits. If your job is constantly draining you, you need to be considering right now. Right now, we are literally in an entire society reset of planet Earth. So you can reset your life, choose a completely new life for yourself right now, in this now moment. We are moving into an 800-year new cycle, which means that you are a brand new person right now. And you can choose to be a completely new person with a new career, a new passion, a new lifestyle. And this is the moment to do it. We don't want to wait 5 years from now, because it's going to be a lot harder to shift, and you're going to be going through a lot more stuff over the next few months and years as we ascend to a higher dimension as an entire collective of Earth. So I have lots of other videos on that, and I also talk about the 200-year reset. It's kind of an 800-year reset, but I describe that in another video. So I'll have that link in the description if you're interested in that as well. The third category is there a trauma inside you that is constantly being triggered that you are not dealing with, or that you are not getting to the root of? So we all have infinite traumas that are parts of us walled off, blockages in our energy field, which is also in our body, caused from everything from past lives, from being in our childhood, from our ancestry, in our DNA, the list goes on. So we have infinite issues that we need to take care of. This is what Ascension is. It's healing every aspect of self so we can merge back with every part of ourself and be whole and be the entire universe. Again, explain that in other videos. But these traumas sit inside us and are triggered by outside people, places, and even just with energies. So as energies expand, as we get a new, huge dose of massive, high vibrational energy, these traumas come to the surface to be healed. These traumas also cause disease, mental illness. They cause PTSD. They cause everything. So this is exactly why we have so much pain and so much trauma going on in societies, because everyone has all these parts of themselves that haven't been dealt with. We just numb them. This is what the medical society has, this is what the medical system has created. An entire system making people sick and numbing the symptoms, not getting to the root of why these symptoms are being experienced. So traumas could be in your body, it could be in your mind, in your emotional body. So when things are triggered, they're coming up to be felt so they can be released. If you don't feel them, they can't be released. So these are emotions, energy in motion, that's what emotions are, moving through your body, and you need to allow them to move out. So you might all of a sudden be crying hysterically. You might be raging. We need to get these energies out. You might be in a shock feeling where you are in a PTSD symptom, where you are in that complete shock feeling, where you just can't do anything, where you start shaking, where you, people call these panic attacks. You know, again, all masking the symptoms of the trauma. So when these things are coming up, you have to allow them to come out of you. You can't be the strong guy and, oh, guys, don't cry. No, you need to get it out, because if you don't, you're just blocking that. And that is staying in your body to be triggered again and again and again until your life blows up, until your relationship blows up, until you get a disease or an illness. So we need to allow these things as they're coming up to be removed. Right now we're purging hardcore. You're going to have lots of emotions coming up. You're going to be feeling like you're going to cry out of the blue. Let yourself cry hysterically. The more the better. Let yourself, if you feel a rage coming up, let that rage come out of you. Pound a pillow if you have to, go for a run. Get that energy out of you, moving. So there's infinite ways that energies try to move out, that traumas try to move out. Again, they're triggered by other people, so you might start yelling at someone because they did that and they did this. But that person just triggered that trauma in you. So actually be grateful that that person pissed you off, because that person is showing you that there's something in you eating you alive. Literally, deep down inside you, that is taking away your vibrancy, taking away your energy, taking away your happiness. So allow these triggers to happen, but don't get into a fight with someone and act like it's their fault. Realize that when someone triggers you and pisses you off, or you have this emotional reaction to something, again, it could be anything, let it come out of you, but do it in a constructive way by yourself, removing these energies until you're calm again. And don't just continue the rage or continue the issue with someone and go on a big fight with someone, because then you're just keeping these loops going. Okay, so we need to realize that everything is happening for a reason right now, to heal you. This is what ascension symptoms are. Every single part of your body, as we incorporate more light, our DNA recodes itself. We have faster spinning energies. We might experience a multitude of body issues, body changes, as we ascend into a light body and become pure light, which is our real state. We are just energy, a soul, an aspect of source, God, creator, incarnated in a physical body to experience life, to experience lessons and learn and develop ourselves as a soul. So if you're not shifting out of these energies, out of this depression, maybe physical ailments, if you're not shifting, take note of all these different things I talked about in the video. Start taking notes of every single thing you eat, every single thing you do, every person you're around, every moment that you start feeling horrible or you get worse. Take note, and start also taking note of when you're feeling better. You might have ate something, you might have gone for a walk, whatever the case may be, start taking note and you'll see patterns. And this is how we start eliminating things from our life that are causing us these reoccurring issues. And we start allowing things to heal, to allow us to feel safe in our body, feel calm, centered, grounded, and able to live our fullest life, our soul mission. So please, if you like the video, please like it. Please share it with as many people as you can right now. The world is going through such trauma right now, so the more you can share it, the better. and subscribe and hit the bell. And I have lots of videos on everything from 5D New Earth, Awakening, Ascension, Oversoul Embodiment, everything in between. So please, we'll see you next time, and I'll talk about so many different videos. I have a video coming up next that'll be how to become the person you're meant to be. We'll see you soon. I'm Roxanne. This is Earth 1111. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.